Webcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, Colin Schmidt here. I know we have a lot of people on that are really excited to learn some crazy, awesome material that is truly a game changer for no matter what business you're in. Now, can everybody see my screen right now? No. Okay. What about now? Can you see my screen? Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, awesome. Let's jump right into the material. And can everybody hear me all right? Yes, as good as you're going to sound. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, guys, this is purely about results. The only thing that matters are results. I don't care what anybody else says. You know, you're here for value. You're here that you're going to be given information that you can implement today and have results, not down the road. We're talking immediate. That's the only point of this webinar right now, is to give you exactly what you're looking for, and that's results. One moment. So please pay very close attention. This is going to be very detailed information that is strictly for you. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but I am extremely ADD, so I need to, anytime I'm working, anytime I'm doing anything that's extensive or I need to pay attention, I just minimize my Facebook, silence my phone as I've done right now to avoid any distractions and missing anything. So a little bit about myself, and probably my least favorite part of what I do is talking about myself, because today it's about you guys. But I'll share a little bit about myself. And to the photo to the left there is, I met up with my sister here just recently, had an incredible trip. We went out to Times Square, was out in Manhattan, had incredible food. The food out there is to die for. Actually, some of the best food I've had in the United States, and I've traveled all over the place. To the right is, I'm out in Cave Creek out in Arizona. It's so beautiful out there. The sun, the environment, it inspires you to do absolutely incredible work. And I'm a big believer in environments, and you have to be in the right environment to do the right kind of work that you're looking to do. At the end of the day, if you can't have fun and you can't do what you want to do, you aren't going to have the results that you're looking for. So I'm currently, as it states, 26 years old. I'm an old man. I feel young at heart, but I know I'm not getting any younger. I love working out. I love waking up early in the morning, getting a good pump in, having a little bit of coffee, and going to the gym and getting a good workout. And there's nothing like doing some incredible work and getting a good workout in. I love helping other people win. A big part of my day is I get a kick out of helping other people. There's nothing better than getting text messages or emails or anything about, you know, hey, Colin, had an incredible day. I made $3,000. Hey, you know, made another, thank you for helping my family out. Thank you for doing this. And there truly is not a better feeling in the world. And enjoying life, like you guys, I've stated to you, you got to enjoy your life. You have to go see things. When you grind, when you work your butt off every single day, you get blinded. You have to go get outside of your bubble, and you begin to see things differently. Your perspective change, and that's when I had absolute game changing in my business. I went from doing having, you know, 5-figure months to having 5-figure days, which is incredible. And I've been at this about 2 years full time. Not a long time, but I've been doing this a while. I've been doing a lot of offline, but you know, I've scaled my business online, and now everything I do is strictly online. I've also, a lot of my breakthroughs have been because I've learned from incredible people. I've learned from the best, so I could simply see the results that I'm looking for. And at the end of the day, I believe people guide people, and they have good intentions of guiding people in the right direction, but the reality is, do you have the results that you're looking for? And if you don't, the person that's guiding you wherever you're going, I'm not saying that they're necessarily guiding you in the wrong direction. They just haven't given you the tools and resources to be successful. Because at the end of the day, I know a lot of people, including myself many years ago, I beat myself up if I didn't have a $10,000 month or $10,000 couple months, if it dates back to the days of MLM, because I sure as heck wasn't making little to nothing when I was doing MLMs way back in the day. But at the end of the day, you have to be shown the right things so you can have your results. If you want to go back to the days of the MLM, of sleeping on couches, that's what it looked like way back. That's pretty comfortable. I got a little hiking tent thing I'm laying on there to make that couch feel more comfortable than it actually is. The reality is it wasn't the most enjoyable. It just wasn't the most enjoyable, but we all got to start somewhere, and we got to get to where we are and to where I am today. So I had to spend a lot of money to learn what I learned, and I'm excited to share it with you guys for free. At the end of the day, it's about you guys. It's about you guys having results. So a couple really good friends of mine that I've gotten to know over the last couple of years here, Dave Hall, he just commented on my page the other day. I thought this was pretty cool. He said, "Hey, bro, looking good, but this is nothing to what Alpha Mastermind will do." I made another 2320 yesterday. Awesome. Congratulations, Dave. Dave did a lot of eBay with me. Dave excelled extremely fast. Dave was one of the hardest working guys I ran into. This guy, if you tell him to turn right, he turns right. If you tell him to go left, he goes left. He does whatever the heck you tell him to do, and he ended up having incredible results. After he saw the results that I was sharing with him, he just said, what do I need to do, to have a 5-figure day? And I said, to have a 5-figure day consistently, you need to do retargeting properly. You need to understand dynamic email sequencing, and this is why he got so excited. I started showing him some of these things, and he's turning up the heat right now. It's incredible. So congratulations, buddy. And another good friend of mine out of Southern California is Douglas Stevens. He wrote an incredible thing to me, and I appreciate this, buddy, is I'm an executive producer, writer, and editor currently living in Southern California. I believe effective communication is key to my success. This program allows me to leverage my time and maximize my efforts online like no other system I've seen before. And that means the world for you to write something like that. Douglas has had a lot of success online as well. He's had multiple $1,000 days. He's had crazy breakthroughs, but he's married and he wants to spend more time with his wife and not work as hard, and he really enjoys what he does. So anytime he can leverage his time and make more money through proven systems out there in the marketplace and gathering information, he's all for it. So that's why he's currently super pumped up. But the reality of everything, guys, and what I discovered is it is the littlest things in your business that are the difference between a $10,000 month and a $10,000 day. Look, do you like throwing money away? Do you enjoy losing 70% of your income because you don't know how to retarget leads? Leads don't mean more money. Sales mean more money. Are you here for leads, or are you here to make sales? That's my question I want to ask you today is, why are you here? Are you here to make $10,000 a month or $10,000 a day? The reality is I didn't start having a $10,000 day until I understood what I'm going to share with you on this webinar. When I understood how to retarget leads properly and how to segment my list so people got the right emails and were on the right follow-up email list, is when my business really started to explode. Third-party income, I think you already know what I think of it. I think your results are watered down. I think you are limiting your success by relying on third-party income. In a traditional MLM or any other kind of business that you aren't in charge of, you're not in charge of the merchant accounts. They can do as they wish when they want, and most of the time the business is not set up for you to have the success that you're looking for. I mean, can we be honest with each other right now? That's just the honest truth. We want to leave the BS at the door here when we're doing this webinar. It is just the honest truth. So That is the reason why I simply don't focus on MLM, sponsoring, CPA, ClickBank, just because the results are so watered down and it's not set up for me to have the success that I'm looking for. So what is a funnel? The purpose of a funnel is simple. It's to bring prospects in, turn as many of them into leads, and as many leads as possible into sales. So leads don't mean sales. Just remember that. Leads you want to turn into sales, but most of the time, most funnels that are created, people bring in leads, but they have no sales because their funnel is not set up correctly. So how do you set your funnel up? Here's the stages to my funnel. The link the ad takes the prospects to opt in. So I have them opt in. Once they opt in, I take them to a thank you page, thanking them. And then that's when the email sequencing starts and truly is where the magic happens in the segments of the email. And we're going to dive deeper into that. The components to my funnel are the products and service that I'm going to sell or that you're selling, and how to retarget my leads, which is crazy important. If you're not retargeting your leads, you're losing about 70% of your income. And I hope you don't like throwing away 70% of your income at the end of the day. And automatically segmenting my email list, yeah, if you aren't retargeting and segmenting your email list, you are losing 70% of your income. So let's jump into it. The link the ad takes you on Facebook. So when I'm doing my Facebook pay-per-click, I don't claim to be a crazy expert. I don't do a ton. I have other people that do crazy pay-per-click stuff. I'm pretty darn good at it. I've learned from some of the best that do crazy numbers through paid traffic. But this is how you have to have it set up, or else nothing else matters. On Facebook ad, I entice people to click on the link. The link can be a video of me giving some great value, and then a button below that says Watch Video 2. When they click on the button to watch Video 2, because they're intrigued, an opt-in pop-up pops in for them to enter their email. And at that point, they opt in, and now you have your lead. Incredible, right? Now you got your lead because you set it up properly. You gave them value, they opted in, you got your first lead. Now I take them to the thank you page. I congratulate them. Congratulations, Steve, you have watching the first video, and explain what to expect from the second video. I'd also tell them the title of the email. Look, most of your emails are going to go to the spam box. So it's very important that you let them know that, hey, I sent you an email, and this is the name of the email. It's called Video 2, whatever the email is. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. Everybody can still hear me all right? I sound pretty clear? Awesome. Very clear. Awesome. Appreciate it. All right. So now they check their email. And this is when the fun begins, the dynamic email sequences, because a regular email sequence is not enough. You need multiple email sequences and segment the list in order to get them to buy what you want. You cannot have one email sequence. Like a traditional company has one email sequence. The reason, and your results, guys, the reason why you aren't having the result you're looking for today is because these companies aren't set up for you to have the success you're looking for. They don't have a dynamic email sequence. You have to have this for whatever business you're in. Not everyone is on the same stage of the funnel. This is why you segment the list and send different email sequences to different people. Not everybody is at the same step. We're all on different stages, different segments, different emails go to different people. And I know Blake is on with me, so if I'm going too fast, buddy, please slow me down. I don't want to fly through this too fast, and people are trying to take notes, and I'm not respectful to everybody else, so I definitely want to go slow. So I'm going to take another sip of water and let you guys take some notes. Segment 1, segment 2. Let the fun begin right now. People who watched video 2 and people who have not watched video 2. Those are the first two segments. Underneath the video 2 is a button that says Find Out More. That leads to a VSL to get people to purchase the course, and this creates more segments. Now we have segments 3 and 4, people who have watched video 2 and VSL, and people who have watched video 2 and not the VSL. Segment 3 and 4 are the two possibilities that arise from segment 1, so we get rid of segment 1. So now they move on to a different email sequence after they advance from the first two. Some will watch VSL and purchase, while others do not make the purchase, which means, and that leads us to 6 total segments. People who watch VSL and purchase, upsell on the sequence, and watch VSL and not purchase. So we have a total of 6 different email sequences. Not everybody is on the same stage or segment. Therefore, they get different emails depending on the stage that they are currently on. I'm going to leave it on the screen while you take a second of notes here. This is truly an incredible part, and this is absolutely a game changer in my business and anybody's business. Is if you do not have this part set up properly, you are literally throwing away income every single day. And I don't think anybody on this webinar right now enjoys throwing away income. It's just money, right? It should be in your bank account. All right. So those are the segments. Leads automatically transfer between autoresponders, making this a dynamic multiple email sequence instead of a multiple email sequence. So because Steve watched video 2 and he advanced to the next email list, he's going to get segment 1 email. And then if he didn't watch video 2, he's going to get a different email. So you have to make sure that it's automatic and not manual. The goal of each email sequence is to make a lead take an action that you desire and get them to the next segment. It's just to get them to the next stage. You have now witnessed the power of dynamic multiple email sequencing. Without this in your business is just going to plateau. It's not going to be going to where you need it to go to. So you need to understand that you need to implement this in today, not tomorrow. You need to figure out what you need to do to get your current business having a dynamic email sequence, depending on the business you're in, may not allow you to. That is the reality. But it's 100%. If it's your own business, you can for sure implement these strategies that I'm sharing with you in today. What is retargeting? How do I retarget my leads? Here's the second part to probably the most important part of this webinar is retargeting. Instead of only targeting leads via email, you can also target them through Facebook pay-per-click or an ad service outside with solo ads, whatever it is. You can do tons of paid traffic and retarget your leads through the cookie tracking, which is incredibly important. Just remember, we do not want to throw leads away at the end of the day. If they have gotten to a certain point in your business, we want to make sure that we continue to target them because they are interested in what you're doing. We don't want to forget about them. Retargeting allows you to efficiently move prospects through the process of the funnel. So as we retarget through paid traffic or whatever, whether it's emailing the prospects, we need to make sure that we take note of where they are and we send them the right emails. Or if we're doing paid traffic through pay-per-click on Facebook and we have ads going out, we need to make sure we understand that, Steve or Blake or Betty or whoever it is, they clicked on, like the names I used, they clicked on, this ad, so they're over here, and they've watched this video, so they're here. So we need to make sure we're retargeting efficiently and tracking cookies the way that we need to track. For example, I have a Facebook ad that takes people to watch first part of a 2-part video series of how to make money. They need to opt in for part 2 of the series, but they don't. For some odd reason, they just don't opt in. I'd run an ad that says, hey, I have noticed you watched part 1 and don't have access to part 2. To watch part 1 again or for access to part 2, click here. Very simple ad, just like that. And after they opt in, after they opt in, cool, they're on to the next segment. So we need to make sure we keep track of what segment and where they are so we don't throw leads away. Simple as that. So psychology of selling, this is incredibly important. And I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I do want to highlight a couple things on the give and take method, phenomenal, and how to make prospects feel obligated to purchase. The reality is you just see a lot of people, they're not given results. They're promised a lot of things, and people use certain methods extremely wrong, and I see it every single day. I see people using scarcity wrong. I see people out here in the marketplace saying, well, if you don't get into my program, the price is going to go up and blah, 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 blah. And they're just trying to scare people. And the reality is they need to make their prospects money before they get into their program. That is the purpose of why I'm doing this webinar right now, is so that you can make money today. Regardless of anything moving forward, I want you to make money based off of what I'm sharing with you today. Too many people are trying to scare people that you should buy or you should do what I'm doing, and I'm going to do this, and if you don't do this, the price is going to go up. I mean, what kind of horse crap is that? I mean, that is terrible. That's a gimmick, if you ask me. So the give and take is, I give you, X value of information, and then I make prospects feel obligated to purchase. But at the end of the day, it's about giving people results, guys. I cannot emphasize this enough. This is about people having results from day number one. It's either, you made X number of dollars, or you were able to execute and do certain things, or you didn't. Did you have a $10,000 day? Did you have a $20,000 week? Did you have a $10,000 month? Did you have a $100,000 month? Did you or did you not? So these are incredible laws. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Like I said, I want to kind of fly through some of this material and keep the value as high as possible. But at the end of the day, I'm very results driven. At the end of the day, you guys need to see the results that you're giving, and you need to figure out how to implement the psychology of selling into your funnel and your training moving forward. It is important that you give people the right pointers in their business, the right things, because results come before your business. At the end of the day, you're building long-term relationships here, and if you're helping somebody make $10,000 in a day, you think they're going to want to do business with you? Yes, I would think so as well. For stable income, I would recommend creating your own product or service. Do not rely on third-party income, guys. Like I stated before earlier in the webinar, you cannot rely on third-party income. You are not in charge of the merchant accounts. You are not in charge of these things. Anything can happen at any given time. Remember that. I said you can make great money without MLM, CPA, ClickBank, and do not need any marketing expertise. Before I tell you how this is possible, I'm going to tell you a short story about my favorite term called leverage. This will show you how to quickly profit from my results of marketing expertise. So, how did I learn how to retarget my leads properly and to track cookies and to do Facebook ads and Google, Bing, YouTube, and to do a lot of paid traffic online, solo ads? How did I learn dynamic email sequencing on, tracking segments in certain emails going out, and when people advance from one stage to another, how I can automatically switch them to different follow-up email lists? How did I learn all that stuff? The reality is I spent somewhere around $7,000-ish to learn some of this, and I only had a couple $1,000s at the time, and one of my mentors, was going to share some incredible information with me, but it was at a price tag. He's not going to give this away for free. So I'm scratching my head. I'm getting out of a rough business venture that I partnered with, and the reality is I didn't have a lot of money at the time. I had a couple thousand, but I didn't have a lot, and he told me I can't afford not to learn this information. So I went ahead and called two of my good friends and said, hey, I need to figure out how to come up with $5,000. I have $2,000 on me. I will share this information with you guys. I will help you guys out in your current businesses if you, borrow, $5,000 to me, 3 and 2. So two of my friends lent me $5,000. I fronted my two, and boom, I was in. And literally a week later, I profited around $10,500. So I ended up profiting a net of $3,000 and helped out my friends in their current businesses. And it was just a beautiful thing of leverage, but we were able to turn profit right away. And most importantly is the trust that I built with these guys. Anything I've ever done in business, you can ask anybody, is I always don't give people reason to doubt or do anything. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to go do it. Your word is everything. Without your word, you are nothing. So it was very important for me that I've already had a lot of success in my other businesses. So when I picked up the phone and asked my friends, I said, hey, this is what I need to do. This is what I'm going to do. They didn't hesitate. They said, okay, sounds good. Let's rock and roll. And then again, I executed, because everything at the end of the day, it's not what you know, it's what you execute. So that's my short little story about leverage. I hope you enjoyed that. My good friend Blake, one of my best friends, he was one of my friends that I did this with. And I shared, everything, my retargeting, my dynamic email sequencing, and he was able to implement it into his current business. And he literally said, after seeing the incredible results I was having, he bugged me to make a webinar and pass the knowledge and information on, because he felt, being in the MLM industry many years ago, as we were together, that people aren't getting the right information. They aren't given what they need to be successful. And it's sad, people are following the wrong people and they're doing the wrong things. But that's the reason why we made this. We wanted to share value, and more important than value, we wanted to give you now results so you could implement these strategies in your business, so you can do, what you need to do is to put money in your bank account, not somebody else's. This isn't about my bank account right now. This is about your bank account. So I appreciate all your help, buddy, and everything you've done. So I know you're on helping me out, and you're the man. I appreciate you so much. This is only the beginning of the material and just a glimpse of what I will offer you. If you think what I have shared with you in this free training is powerful, wait until you see what next. Guys, this is just the beginning. It's incredible what I share with you. It is a game changer. It's everything that I needed to have a $10,000 day. It's everything you need to have a $10,000 day, but we are just scratching the surface right now. That's the reality. When you purchase the full program, I will provide 3 very important things. First, I will provide you with a completely customized funnel, more effective than previously described. Look, a funnel is everything, and you need to make sure that everything is set up properly. That is the first things first. Your customized funnel will include everything from dynamic and automatic email sequencing, which was a game changer in my business, to the product and the service. You'll also have the opportunity to earn a 50% commission on very big sales. Incredible stuff right there. This is how you'll be leveraging my marketing expertise. You are making money for practically doing nothing. The reality is, this has cost me a lot of money and a lot of time to set up. And yes, I will be allowing you to use what I've created. That's fine with me. Second, I will teach you how to set up your own funnel for whatever product or service you wish to sell for any business. This will allow you to duplicate my success. I will break down the process into multiple extensive modules covering every aspect of the funnel. Third, I will show you how to create your own high-ticket product or service. High-ticket products and services are the way to financial freedom. It took me many years to learn that. That is the truth. Here's the deal. Not everybody will qualify this program, and I apologize for who doesn't qualify. You will not qualify for this financial opportunity if you have a small budget. This is not a cheap program. This isn't for everybody, guys. This is not for everybody. Your financial goal is to make $5K monthly income. The program is for those with ambitious goals. Look, I think $5K a month was great way back in the day, but this is not a $5K a month program. If you lack work ethic, we're looking for people that are ambitious, that want to put the right foot forward, that really want this. We put a lot of work into this so that you can have massive results, have 5-figure days, have 6-figure days, incredible things. And that's, you will qualify if you have a decent budget for the program. Your goals are in the realm of 20+ K of monthly income, and you wish to invest it in yourself. I don't mind you guys relying on everything I built to make money in the early stages, but I do desire that you do implement your own training, your own products, and I show you exactly how to do this. So like I said, I don't mind you relying on me to make a lot of money in the early stages, but I do not desire that for a long period of time moving forward, as I have stated. Availability is very limited. I apologize in advance for anybody who misses out on this opportunity. And the reason why I say that is because we're on a first come, first serve. Only the first 20 people will be allowed in the program to capitalize. Look, whether it's 10 people, whether it's 20 people, the reality is we want every single person in this program their first month making $20,000, if not a lot more than that. We do not want to work with a lot of people because we desire results for every single person. And the more people that I personally work with means more time. My time is spread a lot thinner, and I can't focus and give you the results you're looking for. Therefore, we are not looking to work with a lot of people right now. To be considered for this program, you'll need to fill out an application. You'll receive more information once you've completed the application process. And I wish you guys the best. So if you do qualify for the program, this is where you fill out the application. So please fill out your application, and if you do qualify, regardless, you'll be notified. But like I said, guys, not everybody will qualify for this, but we desire the right person for this program. And I'm not looking for people, I'm not looking for money at the end of the day. This is about results for you guys. So like I said, I wish you guys the best. And I hope you guys qualify. And I'm going to open it up for a Q&A right now. And whoever has questions, I'm going to let you guys fire away. I know there's a lot of questions. I'm going to take a sip of water. Give me 1 second. I'm going to back it up to this page so you can see the application. Okay, yep, somebody just messaged me filling out the application right now. Can't wait to get started. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. How much is the program? Look, the reason why I haven't stated prices or anything is because this is for the right person. Not everybody's going to qualify. When and if you are right for this program, you will be contacted and notified. But this is a very strict process, and there's a reason why we're sending people through this process is because, we want to. It's about results. It's about giving every single person that does qualify 100% guaranteed massive results. Hope that answers your question. Yes, yes, yes. You will be able to implement these strategies for any business. This funnel can be implemented for any current business that you are in. You can use this for anything, but as I've stated, third-party income may water down your results. You can use this for anything as you wish, and you will have massive results just with what I've shared with you today through retargeting, through dynamic email sequencing. But, to have the results you're looking for, not relying on third-party income is very smart not to do. Drink another little sip of water. Yes, you're welcome. I know I was super excited to do this training and finally get it out to you guys. You're extremely welcome. Um, yes, yes. Yes, I'm gonna spend another minute here and answer a couple more questions. There's a lot of questions coming in right now, and truly, really excited for you guys. Really excited to implement this into your business so you can have results. That is the main reason. I'm glad Blake bugged me to do this webinar and to give you guys extreme great value so you can implement this in today, not tomorrow, and start making a lot more money in your current business. It's incredible. But guys, I'm going to stop the recording here, and I appreciate you so much, and this is just the beginning of everything. We're going to be releasing a lot more. But I'm just excited for the people that we'll get to work with here out of the gates. These people are going to have massive success, massive results, and I just can't tell you how excited I am for the people that do qualify. So I appreciate you guys. Enjoy. Goodbye for now.